I like to have fun. I like to enjoy the game. I like to learn a lot. I focus on learning. I think learning is very fun. I don't care very much about MMR, and sometimes I don't care about winning. I want to, of course, want to help the team, but it's not like my goal. Since I'm not a professional Dota player, my goal is just to learn as much as possible, because I find it funny to like, what place am I in right now, and what place could I be? Now, if I got another bracket, I could learn something new, experience something new.
Yeah, so before I start this, I'm just gonna do what I always do, because I also have to be the one, watching this game from your perspective. So you're off lane. It looks like Asian Oppression is our push on 5 support. Pugna is mid, Shaker is push on 4 support, PL is my carry. Is Timber Soul offlane, Spectre safe lane with Warlock. Void is mid. That makes push on 4. Okay. So, what was your thinking process at this point? We always have to think about how we itemize, like from the beginning till the end. We just have to have the basic idea of it. So, was there anything that was going through your mind at this point?
Well, there's a slight risk I did not think too much, because I really like Stick and Branches if they cast some spells. So I thought, well, Spectre and Warlock, they cast some spells. And I want the wand for just some right click. I'm probably gonna get some strength as well to get better last right click, because Phoenix doesn't have anything. And I guess wand is good because I take a lot of damage. I don't need the mana really, but I take a lot of damage with my own spells, or just if Warlock casts his thing on me.
Good, but I respect your thinking process. It's totally fine, right? You were expecting that Warlock is a caster. Spectre also casts spam his dagger, to last harass, so Mana Stick will do something. But if I were you playing this offlane Phoenix right now, so before, I think this applies to almost every game when you're playing, especially when you're playing ranged offlane. The main issue that I believe you're gonna have in this lane, even without watching right now, I think you're gonna struggle very hard to last it.
Yes. Yeah,
very, very hard, because that's what every range carry or every range offlane will have the problem in common. You just can't last it. Like, your damage is low. I mean, 58 is not that bad, but compared to Spectre, who's carrying the Calling Blade, it will be very challenging for you guys to even contest and denying. So, what I have seen from the high MMR game, including my game, or even including the pro games, when I saw Phoenix playing as Potion 3, they carry the components of Bracer as a starting item. So, is it these item called Strength of Gauntlet? Let me.
Yes.
Yeah. Gauntlet of Strength. There you go. So that item actually gives you more damage than Iron Branch. I mean, Iron Branch is of course something that you want to have, but what I'm saying is, like, if you get this item, there we go, 145 gold plus 3 strength. So if you carry two gauntlets of strength as your starting item, then your damage is increased by 6. So instead of staying at 58 right now, it's gonna be -4 or +4. So it's gonna be 62, right? It's gonna be 62. So I think that makes a big difference. And another reason that I genuinely dislike starting as a magic stick as a starting item is because you really don't need it. Like, unless we are thinking we're dealing with someone like Bristleback, like who's almost guaranteed that he's gonna be spelling Quill or Goo at level 1, like he's guaranteed to do that, right? Because that's what he does. Unless that is happening, this should be very situational. I mean, I do it, I get it, but the number one main issue is you should be worried about right now is you will struggle very hard in lost setting. And it's not like that we can carry a Calling Blade. So if I'm playing melee offlane, I would suggest, I would even feel okay getting Magic Stick plus, Calling Blade plus a little bit of regen. I'm fine with that, because if you get Magic Stick, you're gonna have better sustain. But if you're ranged, this is something that we have to think about, because there's always trade-off. Yes, you get better sustain, but you will struggle much harder in lost setting. So
I agree. I think you bring out a really, really good point. Maybe I should stop buying sticks so often and focus on that. I think like, one gives me some right click, but it's pretty a lot of money for a small amount.
I mean, we'll see what happens, but I have done this many times as well, and just coming from my experience, this never worked for me. 61 is not that bad, you know, that's all I'm saying. It's not that bad. Iron Branch is super efficient.
And as a player, I think I struggle less hitting too, so that could help me actually.
Yeah, so even consider, don't even think about getting Meta Stick. I mean, eventually you will get it, but as a starting item, it's even better to get a Fairy Fire. Like, that's also damage, right? That's also damage, plus, you know, its emergency HP is like 65 or 75 health, is like so much. So that really gives you the, you know, edge of fighting only, last hitting only, harassing only. It does everything, so I recommend trying that once in a while. Okay, I like it that you're saving your skill point. So this is something that we rarely see in, you know, 1K to MMR bracket, but a point where you're playing Asian bracket, a lot of players do that, so that's good, very good habit. Something that I just want to comment on. Alright. I think you did the right play. You just wanted to waste that. But thing is, so the reason I think you just literally spammed it, like in here, we already know the duration of it. Like if you use it right here, we at least wait for like 5 seconds before we throw another one, right? That's to maximize it. Yeah. But the way I see it right now, what was going through your mind, if I have to say it, I think you knew that we cannot kill him, and you just have to renew the skill, the cooldown of it. That's why you just quitted everything. But
the cooldown renews as fast as I click on it the first time, but I wanted they would just disappear.
I would have done the same thing, except that, you know, I don't think I would have used it at the beginning, because Shaker is not really someone that can guarantee us the kill, unless it's an amazing feature block, you know. But because problem is right now is that you want to save this one for right now at this first group wave, right?
Yeah.
We don't really care about harassing Warlock. He's gonna just use this and okay, I'm back to 100% HP. Like, I have no mana issue. Like, I have clarity. So it really didn't do anything. But see how like this situation right now sucks, right? Like, we don't have skill, and there's all these small things matter, because at your level we have to pay attention to these things. There are nothing else that I can comment on. It's it's literally the only difference between you and me right in the situation is I would not have used it. I probably would not have used it, because I knowing that plus our Shaker me, unless it's a great feature block, no killing chance at all, I would not have done it. Nice attempt to draw the crit echo. You're doing things right. Okay.
I think I sometimes like I have my idea about the game in my head, and then I let that idea decide what I'm gonna do, which is like, oh, if I play perfectly now, we might do it, but maybe I should be more realistic and just wait and see.
Yeah. So if we were to prevent that situation, we would have actually thought before, because right now, let's say I'm playing Dota, I'm a little bit distracted, or not as trying hard enough as usual. I just played the game, then I would have actually popped it. I would have popped it, because that's in my muscle memory. Oh, I see someone, I just press it. But in reality, in order to arrive to the conclusion that we do not have to use, we actually had to save a skill, we had to think like right here, even before the game starts. It's Earthshaker plus Phoenix, it's Spectre plus Warlock, which means we have no killing chance. So I just saved my skill point, and it's just better for us to, spam what we have at the first group wave, not right here. So very small difference, but it's all about having a thinking process. So if you're not doing that, we would make some mistakes, and, who knows how that will snowball.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I don't use like spells at all at level 1. Okay, I did it this time, but because it takes so much HP at level 1 and it does so little, I feel like sometimes I wait to level 3 on Phoenix before I really start to use spells. What do you think about that? Is that bad?
Let's actually read. I don't know how much. 20%.
Yeah, it's 20% of my present HP, and I get four of them. It's a good level 1 spell, but
I mean, well, if it, I think it is good. It's not amazing, before the nerf this was crazy, but right now we really have no other choice. Like, we don't want to get dive at level 1 if we're playing offlane, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We just want to maximize the damage, and the main reason for using this spell is to try to last it a little bit because it's damaged DOT. So last,
Yeah.
but at the same time, of course, mess with enemy carry. It's reduces
Yes.
attack speed, right? So it's very very
Yeah.
50 attack speed is a lot. So
Yeah.
you're doing the right things here. You just use on Spectre that I saw. Good job. But I don't like it. I don't like this situation right now because it's gonna get denied. The range grip, yeah.
Should I have gone for it?
Of course. You should
I
have
just
gone.
felt like I had no wave at that point, but I did have a. I think I did have a wave, so I could have gone for it.
Actually, let's actually talk about this because it really matters. Again, this is the only difference between literally 6K and Asian players. All these small things. So like right now, if you hit the range grip, your own range grip actually, that's what I'm talking about right here. It will get denied, right? Because he has no ammo. Range grip has 0 ammo, so it will get denied. And all I'm saying here is, this is where if we just look at this picture, let's say we just freeze everything. We're just looking at this picture. What I will do, based on my muscle memory from playing Dota, is I am gonna deny this range grip. I know that I can deny it. Like if I just right click it, I'm pretty sure it will get denied at this timing right now. After that, my second focus will be to ensure that Spectre does not deny mine. I mean, I don't care if I don't take the last hit, but if it gets denied, I'll be pretty angry. So it's the same thing for Spectre. If Spectre sees me denying the range grip, he will be frustrated. Because like, how else do we play Dota? Like, it's all about denying the range grip in the early game. That's all that matters, right? That's how we, just do damage economically, apply damage in terms of economics. That's all we care about. So that's what I've done. Was there anything else that was going to remind when you're actually playing the game at this moment? If I have to ask you.
Remember.
Okay.
I probably was like, oh, I don't want to get that much hit by the
Oh,
creeps.
that much hit. So you're worried about HP sustain. Oh,
Yeah, I think I was
interesting.
too worried about that because Phoenix should be worried about it at early levels, but before trying. But I should have prioritized the range creep.
Yeah, so try to change. If I have to just give you the answer right now, try to change that mindset. I know that everyone should be afraid about getting harassed, especially for Phoenix. He has 1 armor at level 1. So what I'm saying is, if you deny this range creep, you are going to get start getting attacked by these 2 melee creeps, right? And possibly Spectre will cast dagger on you, and you'll be slowed, and you'll get more damage. I know that, but what I'm saying is, it's always about trade-off. If you do that, it might happen, but if you deny range grip, that's like just a win. Just a win for you. Like, unless you die or unless your HP goes down below like 30% and you have no reason and you cannot have no choice but to go back to base. Unless that happens, it's just a win for you. So this is just another way of, I think this is just another way of like just training our muscle memory, because it's impossible. As we are playing the game right now, it's impossible to calculate, oh, is this a win or is this something that I benefit more? We cannot do that. We just know it by just watching the replay. But it's in my muscle memory. I already know it. It's 100% worth it. Take the deny, take damage full cares, just put down the Iron Branch with your Tangle, and let's say this lane was even harder. Let's say this not was a defensive support like Warlock, but someone like Ogre who can really pressure a lot with Ogre Venom level 1 and Ignite level 1, so you're getting harassed and you're getting punched. And if that was the case, I would just Fairy Healing Salve right away. Not just 1, but 2, if that's what it takes for me to stand in the lane. So that's the mindset. I'm not too scared about investing that much gold on the consumables if that's what enables me to, compete in last hitting and denying. So that's my mindset. I think that
I should put much more thinking process into like last hitting. I think it's just last hitting is so easy, but I should at least focus so I have a chance. And what do you think about going for that melee creeps? So I should just ignore that melee creep, go for the eye on the
I would ignore it, because this is where, so now you're backing up, but if you didn't back up, you'll be standing near Spectre, right? So seeing this animation that he's gonna go for the melee creep, I'm probably just gonna hit the range creep. You cannot. So if you hit it right now with your right click, it's not gonna die, right? It's just we just know it's not gonna die. We need to. But what I'm saying is, if you hit it once, then we're forcing Spectre. Spectre wants to last it this one, right? If he lasted that one, we can attack this one twice. I guarantee that will happen. It's given that you were standing right here, and if you did everything you did, you'd be casting your animation of right-clicking this one right now. It's the same as Spectre. So it's about like, you know, forcing him to make a choice. And he's also doing the same thing, right? He's also doing the same thing. He's making it to make a decision. Do you want to last it the melee creep, or deny this one, or do you want to take last it out of the range? But you actually gave up both, so you're like, so what's gonna happen is he's gonna take the last hit of that, right? And he's gonna deny this one as well, or
probably
did he? Yeah, he denied.
Yeah, because I wasn't there.
Yeah, so this is like, if this was a game of soccer, it's 2-0. Like you lost, he scored 2 goals and you scored 0 so far. So it's all small things doesn't matter. Because right now, and if this happens, he's getting close to level 2, right? And let's see your experience. You're like 1.5. Yeah, this is your experience bar. It's 1.5, and this guy's like almost level 2. So big difference. I think this is big. This is very big.
Sure.
Yep. That's everything I have to say, and then let's just keep watching, because right now it's all about mechanical things, right? Like if you can last it, good. If you can't, you know, just whatever. So we're gonna keep watching. Good job there. Yeah, nice job. Yeah, this. Yeah. What do we make of this situation right now? If we just have to talk about what's happening.
I don't want to tank the tower. I don't think. If all that matters is last hits, I mean, I could, because the creep waivers were close. But like my natural instinct is not to, just to go into tower and start to last another tower, which is hard, but you know.
Yes. Okay. So let's say I'm playing Warlock here, right? Let's say I'm playing Warlock. I'm the enemy. I feel very comfortable. Why? Why is that so? I just feel very comfortable as a Warlock.
I guess you could right click as someone who's close enough to my creeps.
Yeah.
Without, yeah.
Okay, so just doing this, I'm just gonna say it again, just jumping right to the conclusion. If this happens, like this, what's happening right now, you're losing the lane. Yeah. The situation right now, just to me, this is like the definition of what not to do in offlane. Because the wave is not shoving in, and your Shaker and Phoenix, right? Is Phoenix and Shaker both are pretty bad laner from level 1 to level 3 spectrum. If you're level 3, of course, you do power spike, but what I'm saying is Shaker is not that of a strong laner himself. So what I'm saying is, if I'm Warlock, I'm very happy, because even if I just bail off, like even if I just go here right now, like just disappear from your vision, you guys cannot kill Spectre. You guys just cannot, because the wave is pushing in. You're just gonna have to be back to your tower, and you're gonna be very miserably dealing with last sitting under the tower while Spectre will try to fuck with you, you know, deny and not allow you to last sit. And Shaker has absolutely nothing to do. He casts Fissure, so what? Spectre has dagger, right? So, and it's level 2. You guys are last on the tower. This guy has a level advantage. Look at him, like he has a Wraith Band already. So if he has a Wraith Band, that it basically means stats. So he's level 3 actually with these stats, right? If you gain these much stats, these much stats in the early game, Wraith Band basically means an extra level. So he's now level 3. That's just how I take things. He's level 3, level 2, level 2. He will hit level 3 soon, so he's gonna be level 4. This guy will just side pull, or he can even stack and pull. And there's absolutely nothing you can do. Nothing you can do, because you're stuck here. You have nowhere else to go. Like if you go there, you're gonna be losing tons of experience and gold. Like that's not. It's only this guy that can roam around the map. But what is really he gonna do, right? He cannot do anything. Like if this guy was to make the right play, he'll have to run toward here right now, and prevent Warlock from side pulling. So if this game was little more competitive, let's say like Divine 3, Divine 4 bracket, this Spectre would have broken the tree right here, like very much earlier with Plugging Base, so that Warlock can actually side pull. The wave is coming, right? Or if this Warlock was an immortal support player, he would have actually bailed off right now, or even much faster. Seeing that this is happening like right now is 2:37, so if Warlock starts walking up here, he can actually pull this camp at 45, or he can even stack this one, or he can even just stay here, make sure the Spectre gets everything, and he can even side pull this one. And if he side pulls this one, then like Spectre gets another free wave in the bottom, right? So she's gonna hit level 4 faster than you guys, and this guy's not free farming, right? And that's...
If I played position 5 in this game, I would absolutely have just pulled straight away. So maybe that was I didn't answer your question with that. So maybe that wasn't okay. my mind when I play offlane. I am aware that that's the right play.
Yeah. So I'm not saying this every time this is game losing shit. I'm not saying this, but especially when you two are weak laners in offlane, this is not good. So ideally, what should be happening is you standing here and Spectre Law sitting around here, and you guys shoving in the wave, and then Shaker actually can side pull this one. Yeah, because that's better, right? If you guys side pull, then you guys will be fucking with them, right? And then you will be lost sitting on the tower safely. Right? But what I'm saying is, because you guys shove in the wave, you're the one who has a level advantage, and now Spectre has to deal with the wave that is just pulled, while Shaker will be messing around with him, and that's just, I don't know, that's how we play the game in this meta right now, I feel. So if that makes any sense to you.
Yes.
I just don't like this situation right now. If this happens, every time I see this happens, whenever I'm playing offlane myself, I just lose the game, and I had no idea why, but I'm starting to understand right now because I've been watching a lot of replays. Yeah, so let's see how miserable things can become. Like, it's very hard to lose it, right? You just lost it. And
so what I should have done earlier was asked Shaker to pull. I should have pushed the lane.
Well, no, you couldn't do that, but that's like another definition of relying on your team, right? So we could have prevented all that, because I saw you were not using this spell. Like, this is a level 1. So at level 1 you used your fire spirits once, but from this point it's 155. You didn't even bother to use this one, not even once, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not even. You're not using any of your spells. You're just trying to contest the loss of a Spectre just by right clicking, and yeah, you're not casting any spells. You're just sort of right clicking. That is why the wave is pushed in. So imagine you casted something here, like right here, as soon as you hit level 2. So go back to normal state. Yeah, so level 2, and then you're losing here, but we already know that the wave just pushed in, and what you should have done right here is actually this. So I click this guy, right? I click him, I check his itemization. I click him, I check his itemization. Just something that you just have to do.
Isn't it like a replay bug that you can't see when somebody clicks on somebody?
Oh, maybe. If you did, then that's good. Yeah.
It was like that last time we had this session.
So
I don't know.
Okay, so let's watch if you actually click him or not. Yeah.
I do click on people sometimes, but like not all the time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even just a good habit to check everyone's.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like that can be a game shit or not, but all I'm saying is, because this is the time that you want to engage in. You just want to cast all your spells, everything you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire spirits. Of course, you even got a bracer, so that's like really good stats and very good magic resistance. You're ready to fly. You have near 900 HP. If you just use the fire spirit right now, this guy will be forced to back out. I guarantee he will back out, because right now in this situation, so all these scripts are stacked up together. Like this one is about to die, right? So this is where we just use fire spirits and use it here. So we harass Spectre and then deal damage to the melee creep, because we want to show them the wave. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That was my point. That would have been good to show in the lane, because fire spirit has such a big AoE. I can probably hit both the Spectre and the melee creep.
But we say now that you didn't do anything, right? So,
I didn't.
We've seen this picture many times, so, and I promise you that changes everything. Yeah, that changes literally everything. Like it will change the game, because at this pace, Spectre will just get Necrobook at like -7 because he was free farming, and he'll get Radiance, and I don't know how to win those games. You know, Spectre just feels way too comfortable. He doesn't even feel choked. Yeah, he just feels. Look at how confident he is. Like he just feels too comfortable because he has a wave advantage and because he has a level advantage. And Shaker cannot do anything, of course. He's a weak laner. So just remember, it's like a rule of Dota. If you have a weak lane, it's better to push in the lane and get the level advantage. That always works in a pub game. Okay, so I mean, yeah.
That's really good information. In fact, I think I should like not think so much about saving my spells because they're bad level 1. Because maybe if I'm like super pressured in the lane, but other than that, I should just focus on pressuring the enemy. If I can pressure the enemy, I should. Because this, like you said, this situation I am right now is really like it doesn't pull right now, but it's still super bad.
So, can we think about a situation where situation is good, like the wave pushing in? There's actually one situation that this is actually good and acceptable. All this wave pushed in towards your tower. If you have to think about it.
I mean, as an offlaner? Or
yeah,
just,
as an offlane. It's a hard question. Yeah,
I don't know, but maybe my support can stand under tower and last it, and I can. Wait, no, I don't know. I don't know actually.
Okay, it's when you're actually solo offlane. So
sure.
Yeah, it's when this support guy actually bailed you in the early game. Like you guys are now trial-lining top, where this guy's roaming early, so he's killing something in the mid. So you're left as a solo offlane. If you're left solo offlane, then this is exactly what you want to happen, right? It doesn't care about like your level or whatever. You were alone from level 1, and you imagine the huge wave is pushing in, and you don't really care about the losses, you care about the levels, right? And from the enemy team's perspective, they should be pretty angry if they are giving you all these creeps when they were starting the game as 2 versus 1, and you're still getting rewarded by this much. Then they should be very angry. So yeah, this is one situation. If you were solo offlaner from the beginning, then this is perfectly fine. But
yeah, I try to achieve this situation when I actually play solo offlane. I try to get to the tower.
Yep.